Yes, that's right. 49 Afrikaners have made it to the US, ladies and gentlemen, using the refugee program that Donald Trump has put in place for Afrikaners and other minorities in South Africa. What is very interesting about this story is the way that some South Africans have reacted to 49 Afrikaners leaving South Africa. From internet trolls to South Africa's president saying that they are not actually refugees and they do not fit that description. Let's get into it.
Issues of vibrators
to make sure that we leave no man unstoned.
Did I hear that correctly? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Joe Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 49 Afrikaners have landed in the US. And boy, has the reaction been interesting in South Africa. Let's start with what President Cyril Ramaphosa had to say.
As we speak, 49 white Afrikaner refugees are on their way to the United States. They will be received by the government of President Trump. What is your reaction to this?
Well, we've raised our own concern because those people who are being enticed to go to the United States do not fit the definition of a refugee. A refugee is someone who has to leave their country out of fear of political persecution, religious persecution, or economic persecution. And
that's what the United States says they're undergoing in South Africa. That's why they've opened the door for them.
Yes, and they don't fit that bill. They don't fit that description.
Are you kidding?
They don't fit that description. They don't fit that description, according to Cyril Ramaphosa, the same president who's ignored the Afrikaner community for years, the same president who pleaded with AfriForum, why didn't you speak to me first, when AfriForum had sent many letters to Cyril asking to work together and prevent farm attacks and farm murders from happening in South Africa. But as much as AfriForum or any other Afrikaner tried to plead to the president of South Africa, he didn't give a damn. And he still doesn't.
He couldn't give a shit. Sorry for my French.
But what's even more interesting is a comment underneath this video by Donnie Barnard, who says, what does the song Kill the Boer, the Farmer mean? And then the South African government actually responded and said, no South African should feel targeted or unsafe because of their race. Our constitution guarantees equality, and we are committed to protecting the rights and dignity of all our people.
Yeah, right.
Oh, really? And even Donnie replied with, that's strange. Malema's Kill the Boer chant protected by law. And this is what a lot of people, for some reason, don't understand or are refusing to acknowledge, is that Afrikaners in South Africa have been targeted. Julius Malema going in front of millions of people in a stadium and chanting this horrible song is a form of persecution, not to mention the countless farm murders and farm attacks that have happened in South Africa. And if you're wondering why some Afrikaners feel persecuted, well, I've got some examples for you. As a matter of fact, I can start off with 142 reasons why they feel persecuted. And it started way back when, in his memoirs, political veteran Dr. Mario Oriani Ambrosini wrote what Cyril Ramaphosa said to him in a conversation in the early 1990s. Cyril was the chief negotiator for the ANC during that time of the negotiations. In his brutal honesty, Ramaphosa told me of the ANC's 25-year strategy to deal with the whites. It would be like boiling a frog alive, which is done by raising the temperature very slowly. Being cold-blooded, the frog does not notice the slow temperature increase, but if the temperature is raised suddenly, the frog will jump out of the water. He meant that the black majority would pass laws transferring wealth, land, and economic power from white to black, slowly and incrementally, until the whites lost all they had gained in South Africa, but without taking too much from them at any given time to cause them to rebel or fight. And Cyril has neither confirmed or denied what Dr. Mario said.
Why?
But if the last 30 years have shown us anything, Cyril has done exactly what he set out to do. And the International Relations Minister, Ronald Lamola, trying to, do damage control. But here is the most ironic thing about this man saying the following.
But there is no data at all that backs that there's persecution of white South Africans or white Afrikaners, to be more particular.
There's no evidence, right? Oh, okay. Bear with me.
Here's the kicker.
Hey, Ronald, Is this you?
We are just giving a warning to white South Africans that they must voluntarily bring back the land and voluntarily bring back the mineral resources. There will be a moment where these service delivery protests are going to go to invade the land of Mr. Van Tonder or Mr. Van der Merwe. And we can no longer be able to guarantee the continued safety of Mr. Van der Merwe.
And as if that wasn't enough, the ANC is thinking about the status of these refugees should they come back to South Africa. In other words, the South African government is literally thinking about revoking or terminating or whatever you want to call it their South African citizenship if these Afrikaners that went to the US come back, which I don't think you can do constitutionally. But then again, when has the ANC ever cared about the Constitution? Okay, I just want to interrupt for one quick second because I have an important announcement. I've been nominated as a finalist in the Free SA Young Leaders Awards under the media category. If you've been enjoying what I'm doing here on Newsflash, then please do me a solid. Go vote for me. Just click the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Every vote helps. Let's make this happen. My point in showing you all this stuff is, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, by the way, that's without the countless trolls and people on X or Facebook, individuals that tell white people or Afrikaners almost every day on a daily basis that they're either racist, bigots, or to go back to Europe, go back to America. I mean, how many times have we seen even Herman Mashaba tell people to go on a plane and take up Trump's offer? And there's a very interesting phenomenon that's happening in South Africa. This post from Jonathan Witt kind of sums up what's going on. I hate whites. Redistribution against white people. Yes, more laws marginalizing white people or whites. Imprison white people who say bad things. Haha, that song about killing Boers upsets white people. Sing it louder. No, where are the white people going? You can't just leave.
Oh, sweet irony!
Because some people on social media were actually upset that these Afrikaners were leaving and called them racist and how could you and said horrible things about them. But these are the same people that insult them every day and ask them to leave. Mind-boggling. So yes, 49 Afrikaners have gone to the US, and while this seems like a small number, I am sure we're going to see a lot more in the future. They're probably doing it in batches. As of now, there's a dedicated website and application form that minorities in South Africa can go and fill in if they feel that they are unsafe in South Africa and qualify for that refugee status and can go to America. And if you're wondering if there were some American officials who welcomed the 49 Afrikaners, yes, they were welcomed at the airport. And on the same day, President Trump had this to say.
Dozens of Afrikaners who claim discrimination in their home country are heading to the United States, where your administration is going to welcome them as refugees. Now, this comes as you've halted virtually all refugee admissions for people fleeing famine and war from countries like Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Why are you creating an expedited path into the country for Afrikaners but not others?
Because they're being killed, and we don't want to see people be killed. Now, South Africa leadership is coming to see me, I understand, sometime next week. And, we're supposed to have I guess a G20 meeting there or something, but we're having a G20 meeting. I don't know how we can go unless that situation's taken care of, but it's a genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about, but it's a terrible thing that's taking place. And farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me, but white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa. And the newspapers and the media, television media, doesn't even talk about it. If it were the other way around, they'd talk about it. That would be the only story they'd talk about. And I don't care who they are. I don't care about their race, their color. I don't care about their height, their weight. I don't care about anything. I just know that what's happening is terrible. I have people that live in South Africa. They say it's a terrible situation taking place. So we've essentially extended citizenship to those people to escape from that violence and come here.
And this would be the first time that Trump has actually used the word genocide. And this is, of course, going to throw every woke and left-leaning media into a frenzy. And you're going to see a lot of articles trying to correct Trump and trying to debunk what he said. Whether you agree with Donald Trump or not, whether there is or isn't a genocide in South Africa is actually besides the point, because the fact of the matter remains that white people or Afrikaners in South Africa have been under attack for quite some time. whether it's verbally on social media, or whether it's an attack or murder on farms. There is no doubt that there is something rotten in the state of Denmark. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about these 49 Afrikaners going to America? And are you thinking about submitting an application to be a refugee in the US? Let me know in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. While you're there, leave a like on this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way. And before you go, please consider also becoming a member to this channel. It goes a long way to supporting me and helping me to produce content for you guys. But if you can't become a member, that's okay. You can also give a super thanks or sasa thanks, as we call them on this channel. If you want to become a member, there's a lot of perks, so please check out that join button below this video. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Your Newsflash is in.
If you just hold it and twist it.
Excuse me? Here's something I didn't know before I was in my 30s. You don't need to shake the seasoning shaker.